summer days could be spent at Pheylon, the rambling family property across town where his grandpa Jack lived. Galosh was small as cities went, with not too many high-rises and quite a few parks. But Pheylon was better than a park. It had a forest and a meadow and an orchard and a cold, trout-filled creek. The days there were long and bright and aimless, just the way Rufus liked them, and there were 75 of them before school started again in the fall. Hello, summer, summer, summer. As Rufus opened his front door, he squared his shoulders a little, tucking his summer song deeper into his chest. His mother, Emmy, would have already left for her shift at the hospital. His father, Adam, would be sitting at the kitchen table scrolling through job listings on his laptop. His dad never meant to ruin Rufus's mood, but lately he couldn't seem to help it. His gloom was so huge and dark and cloudy that it seemed to suck everything into it like a black hole. But today his father wasn't in the kitchen. He was in the hallway, waiting for Rufus. "Grandpa Jack's hurt," he said. "We need to get to Pheylon." "I don't understand," Rufus said during the drive across town. "How did he break his arm?" "He fell." His dad ran a hand over the uncombed clumps of his wavy brown hair. "But how did he fall?" Grandpa Jack wasn't the falling type. Rufus had never seen him lose his footing, not even when jumping from stone to stone while crossing the creek at Pheylon. "According to Mom, he stepped through some rotting floorboards in the barn." His dad glanced over at Rufus and raised his eyebrows as if to add italics to the statement. "And since phones don't work up there, he had to drive himself to the emergency room. If Mom hadn't showed up for her shift just as he was leaving the hospital, we might not even know." "What rotting floorboards?" Rufus asked. "I was just in the barn last week. I didn't see any—" "It's Pheylon, Rufus. Don't try to make sense of it." But Rufus wanted to make sense of it. He knew Pheylon and Grandpa Jack about as well as he knew anything in the world, and nothing his father was saying jibed with his understanding of either of them. He was about to ask his dad another question when he saw that they had just sped past the road to Pheylon. "Dad," he said, "that was the turn." His father slammed on the brakes and squinted through the windshield. "I can't see it." "Back up. It's behind us." The streets of Galosh had been laid out in an orderly grid. It had no cul-de-sacs, back alleys, roundabouts, or other streetscape surprises, and hardly any roads with curves. But for reasons no one could quite explain, the dirt road that led to Pheylon was almost impossible to find, even if you knew exactly where it was. It was on the edge of downtown, sandwiched between a parking lot and a burrito shop, yet it always faded from sight just as you approached it, as if swallowed by a sudden fog. Rufus, however, had a knack for finding it. "Not yet," he coached as his dad reversed down the street. "Not yet. Now." His father made an abrupt Hail Mary turn, and their old blue Toyota plunged into a blur of green and brown. A moment later, the road came into focus again, bordered by tall trees on either side. It meandered uphill and then suddenly ended. Grandpa Jack's bottle green pickup was parked in its usual spot, smack in the middle of the road, keys dangling in the ignition. No one outside of the family ever came this way, so there was no need to worry about thieves. The road dead-ended at a stand of 7 oak trees. Beyond that, flanked by a meadow dappled with blue lupins and orange poppies, was Pheylon. Chapter 2. Pheylon. Grandpa Jack was sitting on the wraparound porch of the old blue-and-white farmhouse, looking out over his garden. He was a stocky man with a salt-and-pepper mustache, thick, capable hands,